Turning back now to the sprawling Georgia election interference case. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has asked the judge to shield the identities of prospective jurors. In a new motion that was filed yesterday, Willis asked that the jurors' names be kept secret, no photos or video be taken of them, and to bar the publication of any written descriptions of the jurors. According to Willis, the move comes after members of the grand jury who indicted Donald Trump and his 19 co-defendants had their personal information posted on conspiracy websites, quote, with the intent to harass and intimidate them. Joining us now, the founder and president of Public Rights Project, Jill Habig. Jill, good to see you this morning. I know you've been working on this and following it closely. In a new motion that was filed yesterday, DA Willis, as we just said, asked the judge to keep the jurors' identities secret. Tell us if you agree with that step, and if so, why is it so important for not just the safety of the jurors, but to be able to conduct a fair trial at all? The jurors can't be accessed by supporters of either side.
Thank you for having me. So I do agree with this move. I think it's really important to have the jury feel safe in being part of this trial, not only to protect just the integrity of the trial itself, but really to protect the rule of law and the integrity of our legal system writ large. We have seen a rise in political violence and threats of violence against public officials across the country over the last several years, from volunteers like jurors who are just doing their public service to elected prosecutors, not just Fani Willis, but other prosecutors across the country, especially Black women, to even just local election officials who are trying to conduct free and fair elections. And so I think it's a smart move and an important one to really keep people safe throughout this trial that's going to be highly charged and highly controversial.
And we've certainly heard from allies of Donald Trump, both in Washington and in the states, on the cases that he's facing, both federal and local, trying to claim prosecutorial weaponization, trying to intimidate those involved, and some lawmakers trying to really tip the scales of justice. And you've stepped in on that. You're fighting to stop an attempt in Georgia to remove DA Willis through a new law that's called SB 92. Tell us what that is and talk to us about your efforts and their import.
Yeah, thank you. So Public Rights Project filed a lawsuit on behalf of a bipartisan coalition of Georgia prosecutors led by DA Sherry Boston, and we're seeking to overturn SB 92 as unconstitutional. What the law does is it creates a partisan prosecuting attorneys oversight commission with the power to investigate, discipline, and even remove duly elected prosecutors for over a decade just for doing their jobs. We think this commission violates the Georgia and the federal constitution on a number of fronts. It can retaliate against prosecutors just for their own free speech, for being honest with their voters about their own priorities for public safety. And like I said, it can remove prosecutors for 10 years, even though they've been elected, for really broad and vague violations, such as conduct that, quote, brings the office into disrepute. And so we're asking the court to really step in and stop this commission before it can do any further damage.
Really important work. Please keep us posted on your efforts. Founder and president of the Public Rights Project, Jill Habig, thank you for joining us this morning.